Hello, and welcome to our video, How to Fine-Tune Your Nucleic Acid Yield and Purity. My name is Laura, and I will show you several ways to increase the performance of your nucleic acid isolation. I guess we all know this problem. You have done your nucleic acid isolation, and now when you quantify it, you end up with a low yield or strange ratios. But why is this? Nothing has changed in your process, and you did everything according to the protocol, but you still receive this result. So what do you do next, and what can you look out for to ensure that this won't happen again? First of all, don't panic. We will show you the steps during the protocol that are important to obtain a high quality and purity of your nucleic acid. In addition, we will discuss several solutions to help improve your overall quality and yield. During the first step of nucleic acid purification, the sample preparation, it's possible that you may have a low sample input to start with, or you may already have degraded RNA or DNA in your sample. A low sample input will also show low values for the A260-280. A possible solution to this issue is to use a specialized kit, such as an excess version, that will help concentrate your nucleic acid. Degraded RNA will also increase your A260-280 ratio when isolating DNA. If there is still RNA present, you may want to check your sample quality and current storage conditions. The next step, the sample disruption, is quite critical. If not done thoroughly, the A260-A280 as well as the A260-A230 ratio will be low. This can be due to a variety of reasons, such as presence of proteins, leftover phenol such as from trizol, or even humic acids from soil samples. One thing to do here would be to modify your sample disruption, such as increasing or decreasing the disruption time, or even changing your bead type. You can also increase the incubation time with proteinase K. For soil samples, check and see if there are variations of the lysis buffer available. However, if you still have excess RNA present in this step, you may end up with a high A260-280 ratio. As I mentioned previously, make sure to check your sample quality and sample storage condition. Next are the wash steps. What may happen here is a carryover of ethanol to your sample when you elute it. Ethanol is present in the wash buffers, and if present in your eluted sample, this will decrease your A260-230 ratio. The same is true for salts present in the wash buffers, like thiocyanate, sodium, or potassium. This is also possible for humic substances. In addition, if you are purifying DNA or RNA from plants, you may have secondary plant metabolites present that won't be washed away during this step. To avoid this issue, you will need to make sure that your silica membrane is dry after each wash and spin step. Also, try to avoid overloading your column and remember to change the collection tube after each spin. You should also observe the color of your sample. You may need to introduce another wash step. And now for the last step, the sample detection. So far, you've isolated your DNA or RNA, and now you want to measure the yield and purity using a photometer or similar process. You see that the quality of your sample is perfect. However, during this step, it still looks as if there's something wrong with your sample. This may be because you may have used the wrong blank solution. It's important to use a blank solution with the same pH and composition as your samples. It's also possible that the blank solution you are using is contaminated. Make sure you are changing the pipette tip after each step. In overview, there are several factors that will affect your quality and sample yield. These factors most likely include the quality of your starting sample, the amount of sample, storage conditions, inefficient sample lysis or disruption, and last but not least, carryover of substances like ethanol, salts, or humic substances. I hope this short video was beneficial to you and helpful in fine-tuning your future nucleic acid purifications. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at bio-tech@mn-net.com.